Our task is to understand what is probably the most simple yet greatest single axiom in the spiritual life. And you can write it down, people who are listening, if you want to. It's very simple. The inner determines the outer, period. It's the whole Megillah. The inner determines the outer. Human beings have the capacity to awaken to an order of ourself whose sole purpose, S-O-U-L, is to become conscious of its own workings. So that literally when it's said in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth and made man in his own image, you're not talking about he made God. God didn't make, Guy doesn't look like God. Sandy doesn't look like God. Made in his own image, and of course in the Greek and the Aramaic, means that you, myself, we are the embodiment of all forces possible, including their eternal convergence for the purpose of creation. Being the embodiment of all active and passive and neutralizing forces, all that accepts, rejects, and modifies, means I literally am given the gift of being capable of being present to creation as it's taking place.
Wow.
But creation isn't all autographs and sunglasses.
Can I quote you in that one?
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Creation in the beginning is now. That's what the beginning is. It is this continual marriage of these forces, the immaculate conception that comes out of them, and the new nature that lives and then dies in that moment in the process of this unfolding life. My phone's ringing. I don't know what to do with it.
Doesn't matter. It's not happening in the moment. It's being manifest out of...
Yeah, I'll just tell them to go away. Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah, cool.
Hello? Hello? Hey, I'm in the middle of the interview. I got to go. All right. That was my wife.
Oh, so I hope I didn't start any problems. But I love that. No one's ever shone the light on that. What you're saying, guys, that when it says in the beginning, although it's easy for the mind to want to get that and take it into a past moment, actually in the beginning is eternally now, and we're constantly in the beginning.
Yes.
I love that, especially because my name is Sandy Newbigging, and so people often think I'm called New Beginnings. So I'm very much up for beginnings. But what's fascinating about beginnings is they require endings as well. Often, there's this constant play.
Yes, and that's why I said it's not all autographs and sunglasses, because to really live, I have to die. I have to really live. I must let go. Let go of what? Because this is how we started this line of thought. Let go of this incessant activity by which, as a result of the movement of these forces, part of me imagines what will make me whole. So my mind objectifies something that desire wants. It creates an image, which, by the way, again, thou shalt have no graven images. It creates an image. The minute the image is created, I'm already identified with it, or that nature wouldn't have produced what it wanted to see. But now, my sense of self is attached to the image that has been formulated. Now, the image isn't reality. The image, in order for me to get my little hands on it, I got to go do stuff. Doing stuff runs into things that don't want me to succeed. And so the very sense of my life hangs in the thread of whether or not they have the pizza I want that night at the gallery. I mean, literally, it can be like that. So you see what happens is you've got a desire asleep to its own activity, producing through the mind an image that it wants. The image produces the pleasurable sensation. I become identified with and attached to the sensation in the image, and now nothing better mess with that construct. But to live and die daily, moment to moment, is to understand the mind and desire, that's going to do that. That's part of the lower workings of our nature. But for me to be unconsciously caught in the web of that is at one point folly, because you understand, even though I feel what I do, I have a little poem, the feel is real, but the why is a lie. So when I can be conscious of the fact that, my God, I'm feeling this fear, this anger, this nervousness, and I'm conscious of the way it's produced, okay, I don't want to don't really want to let go of I, but true I, real I, sees this is ridiculous. Why would you punish yourself for a pleasure to come? Then I die to myself. I'm present to the pressure, what it wants to produce, but my new preference based on awareness is to allow this intelligence to release me from the attachment and the whole form that it created. Then I die a little bit. But in dying, in quotes, I'm born again, because now I'm a little more wise, a little more integrated in the understanding of how that whole nature of these forces is producing the illusion of life. Die to illusion, what's left? Reality. God's life.
In a way, in my words, like I say, like the mind can think about what we want, but it can't experience it. It's always one step removed from the given experience. It's a thinking about tool, really, but it doesn't directly experience.
That's right.
So it always keeps us one step removed from the experience. Yes. So we're always running after that carrot.
At some point, if a person's willing to stop lying to themselves about their life, and they can see it isn't that I shouldn't have a plan, but if I'm identified with the outcome, meaning my sense of self believes that if this doesn't go the way I've imagined it, I'm dead, the clearer that becomes, the more a person is naturally present to themselves, more conscious of the fact that this process by which I discover the inherent limitation in thinking is mandatory to be released from the old model that only knows to do that. So then the limitation isn't seen as some kind of disgusting, unwanted problem. It's actually relished, because the limitation in those moments where it's seen clearly, I call it, now I see the invitation to let go of that order of myself, stand in the dark, if you will, momentarily, and wait for a new understanding about who I am, not about what I want. Then the order reversed is the new reality. One stays in it, then you're ready for the next series of lessons that will produce the next level of illumination.